I just want to spend the first 15 to 20 minutes explaining to you what I am trying to do with the rest of the time available. And there's no point crying over spilled milk. The fact that we didn't have a lot of lectures for the past 7 to 8 months doesn't mean much. After all, you had the videos, and a good student, I hope, shall have gone through and have improved themselves. Well, good students would have improved themselves. But just for the rest of the class, this is how we are going to move. First thing we are going to do, this assignment I gave you last time, which was due on Valentine's Day, February 14. I am not sure enough people submitted. Whether you submitted or not, submit again so that we can have our records clean and we can grade you and have a mark for you in the database for your final exam. I gave you a code of the student class, which is where I was teaching you how to program in object-oriented way. So what I want you to do is to create another kind of student that can inherit from the student class. And when that student inherits from the student class, you will create a second level inherited class and use code to demonstrate their use. And you will create 2 additional data members in the base and inherited classes explaining in comments what they are doing. This will be due for Monday, November 3. And now I will take you through a full working program. And I know you already got this working program on the website. So you do not need to start from scratch. What you need to do is to understand my code and build on it. Don't need to start from scratch. Understand my code, copy it, modify it as much as you like after it has worked. Make it work first. If it is working, you are free to tinker with it and use it for your own purposes. You can pirate it and go and then do something better with it. Actually, I'm happy that you can do that. So if you can do that, then you are learning to hack and you are learning to program. That is okay. That's okay by me. So you go and do that. But I will be looking for specific, I will be asking you specific questions. So what you do in answering me for the specific questions I ask you is to put a comment and draw my attention to the answers you are giving. You know how to put comments so that I don't need to look too far to see your results. Now you submit this assignment through your class rep, and your class rep will give it to Mr. Yoade, who looks after the office for me. So that is what you are going to do. This and another assignment are due on November 3, and this particular one will carry 10 marks. I will go back and go through the entire lecture that I delivered in the classroom, which wasn't as successful, in my opinion, as the classes we are delivering online. You don't have a large enough class, you don't have enough electricity, and it's not sufficiently organized. So I find this method a little bit more convenient for me. I wonder if it is convenient for you. If it is not convenient for you, let me know. But give me what your preferred alternative would be. We can try it again. You remember we tried it once. It was a disaster. We just wasted most of the time for such large classes. Online here, you can chat. You can give me your comments on the chat. If I have the time to look in those chats during the lecture, I will. If I don't, I will still look at them. Everything you type on the chat room is packaged, and I have a copy of it at the end of the lecture. And I'm going to go through every comment. Please put your name and the matric number if you want me to respond to you personally in the chat. Don't send me email. Don't send me WhatsApp messages. I don't want to relate to students one by one like that. I want to relate to you in the chat room, because what questions and what comments you put in the chat room is available to the rest of your classmates. And that is good, because they will be able to benefit from it. And that is the whole purpose of our work. So it's not a personal thing. And the second, the assignment 3 is you are going to create a class for time arithmetic. This class allows time to be specified in seconds or minutes or days. Or it can be specified in seconds or minutes or days, hours, minutes, and seconds. So you will allow it to be able to take time. You can start time from any point you like. You can start the time from 100,000 seconds ago, and you can now be adding times to that. So if you specify time in, say, 3 days, 2 hours, 20 minutes, 40 seconds, you should be able to convert that to seconds automatically. And it should be able to add 2 times together and get another. It should be able to subtract 100,000 seconds from 50, maybe 10,000 seconds from 50 days, 2 hours, such things. So ability to subtract time from one form to another, ability to add or subtract. Let me just, is to add or subtract time in one form, from one form to another. Ability to print time in seconds or print it in days, hours, minutes, and seconds. You will do this program in 2 ways. You will do it procedurally. You will not use any object-oriented ideas. You just use the simple control structure and probably write functions to do it. The second way, you write it fully object-oriented. This also due November 3, 2022. The next thing I want to say is how your final exam will be conducted. You will come to exam with fully charged computers that are running Python scripts. You also come with your submitted and further corrected homework assignments. Let me explain that. So if I give you an assignment and I've given you a solution to the assignment, you will correct yourself and you come up with your corrected assignments to the exam. Because in the exam, you can be asked questions that begin from your homework assignment and it's asking you to expand it further. That may just be all you are doing. Expand it further. If you do not come to your homework assignment, you don't want to start programming that question from scratch. For instance, the assignment itself may have 150 lines of code. And the exam question itself may not require more than 5 or 6 or maximum 10 lines of code to add to that. That is something that you can do in 20, 30 minutes. If you are ready in the way that I'm asking you to be ready. That is, all the assignments you have done, come with your own assignment. Don't come with somebody else's assignment. So that is why it is important for you to do your assignment, because your assignment is going to be carried over how much you understand. If somebody wrote your assignment for you, even if you are smart enough that I couldn't catch you during the grading of the assignment, you are going to now, I'm going to now query some specific things, and I'm going to ask you to add more code to it, and it must run. And if your answers don't run, you cannot get more than half. You cannot get more than 50% on the whole. So whether it is assignment or if it is assignment, if it doesn't run, you are going to get 0. So you do not submit assignments that are not running programs to me. Yeah. So your program must run. If your program is not running, don't bring it. So I cannot. So what I want to do now is to allow you to ask me questions. We are 16 minutes into our time, and I don't think that is bad. I would let you go to the chat room and tell me whether you have some specific questions. We are going to go through the last lecture today, the last object-oriented programming lecture that we had in the room 1 in the LG lab, which was not very successful because we wasted a lot of time. But we're going to do that today. And then if you have questions on that, we'll bring that one up also. Then I will go through the slides that you already have on the screen with you. I will also go through I will also take the code through the debugger so that you can see how the code is formed and how it is running. I'm waiting for you in the chat room to see whether there are people you can ask me questions about the assignments, about the any of the assignments if you don't understand what I'm asking you to do. The total assignment I'm giving you today will constitute 35% of your finals. So I'm hoping that you take it so seriously. And then you can work with other people, but don't just simply copy another person's program. If you copy another person's program, if I catch you, if there are 10 people that copy a program, I will mark one of them and divide by 10 to give to each person. So don't waste your time. And then don't forget that you need the same things for your final exam. So you are going to bring that same thing to your final exam. And so it's better for you to understand and work it out. Are we allowed to use internet during exam? You cannot use internet during this exam. You can't. You can use your computers though. During the programming exam, using internet. Well, I will try. Let me say I don't tell you that I will look into it because I don't see why you can't use internet. But I don't care if you use internet. But I would expect you to bring your computer's charge for 2 hours, so you can at least use. So don't depend on the power system in the school. So just make sure you can have enough charge for at least more than 1 hour. I will try and make the exam as short as possible, but just be prepared that you will have enough charge. Don't hope that you will have enough fun. Are we submitting assignments again from the beginning? No, I'm talking of the assignments I'm giving you today. But the assignments from the beginning also bring them to the exam. You can see the way I'm grading. The way I'm grading, I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the assignments you are submitting on November 3. So, is my answer clear? Will the internet be supplied to us by the school? Internet is not necessary. So if you are expecting the university to supply you internet, Ami Bosaku, well, I don't know what I can do to help you. If your laptop cannot charge for 2 hours, that's not a problem. If you can charge for 1.5 hours, then you get whatever grades you can get in 1.5 hours, and then you leave the rest. You can't get everything. The assignment from the beginning, does it apply to DE students? What's DE students? Beginning. DE, I don't know what a DE student is. Beginning does not, this course does not know whether you are a DE student or you are any student. And I'm talking of people offering this course, this particular. I'm limiting myself. When you talk of beginning, I'm talking of beginning of this course. Everything we have done in this course applies to everybody who's in this course. Ayomide Akintoye, I don't have any solution for people who don't have laptops. And so what happened to PEP students? Are they not taking the course, or are they going to be dashed grades for the course? I don't understand the question. Identify your age. I don't understand the question. You have all the notes of lectures. They've been there since January. So whether you are direct entry or not, if you are direct entry, you should have gone to look at it. So this particular course, there's nothing hidden about this particular course. So that you do not have grade for DE students different from grade for other students. Yes, you can do all this. You can do everything. So bring everything you can do. Do everything from the beginning. You don't need to submit it. You don't need to resubmit. Just bring it in your laptop to the exam in case questions are asked. But emphasize the ones I'm giving you now. The ones I'm giving you, the questions I'm giving you now. For these students, you see, this is our first class. We feel lost, sir. I thought there was an assignment given before we resumed. Yes. There was an assignment given. If you go to the website, you see that there was an assignment given, but I am not sure you did it. So that's why I'm emphasizing the questions that I'm giving you now. This is a programming course. You are to code this thing you have to write your own code. You are not to copy, import a time module. You have to learn how that thing is done and do it yourself. That is what the assignment is. The assignment is not to show you how to. So if I ask you to write a program to do integration, it's not that I don't know that you can get a program to do integration on the web, on the internet. But I'm asking you, can you do it? Can you write that code? Can you be the person who developed that code? That is the question I'm asking you. So if you are in the university and you are being taught differentiation, can you go and just copy somebody who knows how to do differentiation and get the grades for your exam? What question? I don't understand. I don't understand you. Please, a word of new intake, BE students. Do your homework, BE students. So you have asked to have an code and system. What if we can only use VS Code Python interpreter? Yes, if you can use VS Code Python interpreter, that's good enough. You only Anaconda is just to help you. Anaconda is just to help you package your stuff. It is only Visual Studio that is important. As long as you give me scripts that I can read when I'm taking it from you. There are 2 assignments, but one has 2 questions. You are submitting assignment 2 and 3, but assignment 3 has 2 questions. There is one, you are doing the same thing in 2 ways. You are writing it in a procedural way, and you are writing it in object-oriented way. Ask your other classmates. I have a website where you can get this. Can you use other code editor? Well, you can use any code editor you like, provided you give it to me the way I can read. If I cannot read your code, you are going to get 0 because I don't know. I'm not going to call you again. Make sure you give it to somebody who can use Visual Studio Code and can read it. So it's Visual Studio Code that I'm using. And people are failed by courses in programming and drawing because I couldn't open their files. What do you mean? If you do not understand what is meant by procedural, I mean that it is not object-oriented. If you are not writing classes and if you are not writing classes, then you are writing procedural language. And if you are not writing objects, if you are not using objects, just using the control structure and global functions. That question should not be asked now by somebody in this class because we have gone past that. Procedural way is when you are not using object-oriented way. In object-oriented way, you start by creating classes, and it is those classes that you use to write your program. You bring your you submit your assignment November 3, and then you leave them on your computer, and you come to the exam with the computer. Because I will ask you questions that continue with what you have done. Jeremiah, is that question, have I answered your question? Mm-hmm. But when you are submitting, you submit the files to your lab, to your classroom, so that I can pick it and read it. I'm going to run all the things you sent to me. I'm going to run them through my own program and through my own computer and see but make sure your program is running before you give me. Okay, so we are, how many minutes now? We have spent 30 minutes now, so we can go. So what I'm going to do now is that, which website is locked? The course on the website is locked. Well, contact Mr. Yoadin in the office through your class rep. It's not locked. It's open to everybody. That you have to enroll for the course. And just enroll. It is easy. It's free. It's free for you to enroll. Will documentation of functions be rewarded? Of course. Document what you are doing. The easier for me to understand you, the better for you. Identify, enroll for the course on our website, and then once we are captured, you can take the course. It's open. It's free for Unilab students. Okay, I will stop looking at the chat room now, and I will go back to the beginning of these slides. I'll go back to the beginning of these slides. For those of you who are direct entry students or whatever, if you go through the things I taught the rest of the class, you are lucky for this course. Everything I've taught is pre-recorded and is available for you to listen to. You can listen to them in sequence. So there is no problem for this course because everything is recorded. So you can go step by step, and then you can post questions, and I will try to answer you as much as I can. So You have not lost much, even if you are a direct entry student, because I think we did 9 weeks of lectures before the strike. At least I gave 9 lectures, I'm sure, before the strike. So there are at least 9 lectures with fully recorded videos. This video of today, the only one that doesn't have a video is the one I came to the class to teach. So all the ones I taught online are fully recorded videos that are online. You can download and hear it yourself and move. Every instruction we have given is given online. So I'm pretty, and they were recorded synchronously. So there's no problem with that. We are starting here with objects of, we are looking at the data elements and of an object-oriented programming language. This is for those who attended up till February. This is a repeat of what I've already taught, and I'm just starting from here. But I can't go if I go back to the beginning. Then that means that we just have only 2 or 3 lectures for the whole term, which is not good. I think it's better for everybody that those who have not been around should go and watch and go through the amount of work we've already done before. Go through them, walk through them, and they come up to speed with the rest of the class. That's more fair, in my opinion. Somebody is posting something on the web. Where can you get the recorded videos? Jeremiah, can you ask your classmates? Everybody in this class seems to know where to get the recorded video. The recorded video is on the website, s2pafrica.org. There's a website that I'm using for all there you can get everything. Recorded videos, slides, codes, everything is there waiting for you. So Jeremiah, go check and ask some of your classmates. They may tell you if you don't know where to get them. Okay, there's still a formal question. Okay, Abigail is helping you now. Jeremiah, Abigail is giving you a hint as to where you can get what you're asking for. Thank you, Abigail. This is really nice. This is what I expect other students to do. With the fact that you ask a question doesn't mean that it's your lecturer that can answer it. There may be other students who already know the answer and they are closer to you. And it is even nicer when your classmates who are actually on the receiving end, like you, can answer you. And Anekwe Samuel, we registered and it is still locked. Ayoade, can you respond to that? Anekwe Samuel said he registered and he's still locked out.
Registering on the website is different from enrolling for the course.
So I hope that is clear. And the rest of you that I enrolled, I hope you are able to see the videos and the audios. Can somebody assure me, can you tell me if you're able to see the videos, the program will give you, and the slides from the site? Are you able to access them? Do you have access to them? Class, can you answer me? The videos are all okay, because we prepare these things after the class today. So you can down, even today's class, what we are doing now, all our conversation now, you can get them at the end of the class. So that is the thing. Okay, good. So let me now try to see how far we can go with today's lecture.